Chapter 59. The Echo That Waited. The creature didn't move. It stood at the edge of the ruin like it had always been there. Four-legged, broad-shouldered, built of molten rock and flickering ash. Horns curved from the sides of its head. Its body pulsed with glowing veins, like lava trapped beneath skin. The air shimmered around it, hot but not unbearable, like it was holding back. Decima stopped walking. The others came up behind her but didn't pass her. No one said a word. Daniel was just behind her, silent, watching. His hands glowed faintly, fire dancing along his knuckles, ready if needed. But he didn't move either. No one did. Something about the creature made it clear. This wasn't a fight. It was a judgment. The echo tilted its head as Decima stepped forward alone. Its eyes, golden sharp, followed her. It didn't growl or charge. It just watched. She didn't know why she moved. She only knew she had to. The creature's feet were planted in the center of a spiral of black ash, the same kind that had appeared in the other sites. Some kind of memory pattern, or magic residue. As she approached, the spiral began to glow faintly beneath it. Thin gold lines, like light catching the edges of something buried. Decima raised one hand. A flicker of fire curled up her wrist. Not summoned, me answering her. The creature raised one limb in return. Not a threat, a match. It stepped sideways, slow and heavy, circling her. Its shadow dragged across the ash. One full circle. It didn't blink. Didn't attack. It was testing her. Not her strength. Not her power. Her memory. The air around her tightened. Then the ash lit up. The spiral beneath the creature's feet flared gold. Not bright, but deep, pulsing from the ground like veins waking under stone. The light didn't burn. It pulled. Decima didn't move. But the world around her did. The ground fell away, not in pieces but as one smooth motion, like a floor sliding back into darkness. She didn't fall. She just wasn't standing anymore. Everything turned black. Then gold. Not fire, something older, controlled, heavy with memory. She floated in it. No walls, no sky, just endless space, lit from below like a furnace buried deep in the world. She wasn't alone. Daniel was there, standing to her left. His body glowed faintly, as if the heat had reached inside him. Light ran through the veins in his arms like molten streams. "You're here too?" she asked. He looked confused. "I didn't move. I didn't touch anything. It brought us," she said. They turned together. Shapes were forming in the distance. Not solid, not ghosts. Something in between. Figures in cloaks, faceless. Some flickering like static, others cracked like broken glass. They moved in silence across the glowing void, walking without walking, passing through each other like echoes of people long gone. Decima stared at them. "These are memories." "Whose?" Daniel asked. She didn't answer. One of the cloaked figures stopped. A woman, taller than the others, with hair like silver ash, her face half hidden in shadow. Fire pulsed where her eyes should be. She stared straight at Decima. "You are not ready," the woman said. The others kept walking. The silver-haired figure stayed still. "You wear what we couldn't. Be careful who stands too close to your flame." Then she turned and shattered like glass. The space shifted again. The other figures faded, swallowed by gold light. In their place, something massive formed ahead of them. Tall, jagged and ancient. A throne, built from dragon bone, each piece curved and scorched, shaped by fire and pressure. It didn't glow. It didn't shimmer. It just sat there, heavy, waiting. No one sat on it. But Decima felt the pull, not toward power, toward memory. Daniel stood beside her, still silent. He didn't step forward. Neither did she. There were no symbols on the throne. No markings, no carvings, just the sense that it remembered things no one else did. A slow rumble started beneath their feet. Not sound, movement. The world began to tilt again. Not forward, not down. Inward. The light folded into itself. The throne vanished. The pressure in her chest disappeared. And then Decima landed. Not hard, but real. Ash crunched under her boots. The vision was gone. Decima stood still. Back in the ruin, back in the spiral. Daniel stood beside her, quiet. Ash drifted in the air like it had never stopped moving. The others hadn't moved. They looked frozen, unsure if what just happened was real. But the flame echo was still there. It hadn't vanished. It watched her for a long moment, then slowly lowered its head. A bow, not forced, not afraid, acknowledging. Daniel stepped slightly forward. "What does that mean?" Decima didn't answer. She wasn't sure herself. The echo didn't stay. It turned, walked through the edge of the spiral, and vanished into thin air. Not in smoke, but light, clean, final. Silence followed. Myla finally spoke. "Did something just choose you?" Decima ignored her. The ground beneath her boots shifted, just slightly, a soft vibration. The ash spiral that had flared during the test now glowed again, but differently. Inward, like something underneath was responding. She crouched and touched the edge of the spiral. It was warm, and it was breathing. The vibration grew stronger beneath the ash spiral. Then the center of the ruin shifted. Stone cracked in a perfect ring. A circle about 3 meters across dropped lower, smooth and controlled, like the earth itself was unlocking a sealed chamber. The stone floor beneath glowed faintly. Etched across it were markings, not letters, not language, symbols. Rough, ancient, carved deep and wide. Some looked like flames, others like dragon wings or stars bent inward. A few were unfinished. Decima took a step closer. Daniel walked past her, eyes fixed on the center symbol, a small, sharp-edged flame inside a broken circle. He crouched. Myela stood at the edge of the ring, tense. "Don't touch anything. We don't know what it does." "I know," Daniel said. "I've seen it before." Decima looked down at him. "Where?" He didn't look up. "In my dreams. For months." Then, without waiting, he placed his hand flat against the central carving. Nothing happened at first. Then the light flared, not outward but into him. He gasped. His back arched slightly, not from pain and from contact. His eyes widened. For a second, they reflected something not in this world. Cliffs, ocean, stars. Then it faded. The glow sank back into the stone. Daniel pulled his hand away, breathing heavily. Myela stepped closer. "What did it show you?" He didn't speak right away. Then, a vault. Built into the cliffs, old, sealed. "What's inside?" Decima asked. "I don't know," he said, voice steady. "But it's calling." The glow faded from the stone. No more tremors, no more light, just the quiet hum of something old slipping back beneath the surface. Daniel stood, still breathing hard, his hand trembling at his side. Myla backed away from the spiral. "We need to leave. Now. That vision, whatever it was, it's drawn attention." Decima didn't answer. She wasn't looking at Daniel, or at the basin. She was looking past them, to the edge of the ruin. A figure stood in the shadows, barely visible, tall, still, wrapped in something dark and layered that moved like smoke. No face, no sound, just presence. She didn't know why, but the sight of him locked her in place. The others didn't react. Daniel was still catching his breath. Myela looked toward the tree line. Only she saw him. Her voice came out low. "Who are you?" The figure didn't answer. He didn't move. But for a heartbeat, she felt something. Not danger, not magic. Recognition. Then he turned and vanished. No sound, no ripple of power, just gone. Decima stared at the space where he'd stood. She didn't know what she'd seen, only that it had seen her first, and left something behind.